The hidden costs of early screen time. Every hour of screen time could be stealing precious minutes from a child's brain development. Hello, my name is Elena Mito, and as a young child, I spent most of my life on the internet. Now, growing older, I realize that there are some things that I should have been limited from, knowing that it could have had detrimental effects on my mental health. Overall, the main things to consider before giving your child an iPad or screen time would be the effects that it would have on their mental health, how it can disrupt the physical and social developments, and how it could expose them to age-inappropriate content. Giving your child electronic devices can be bad for their health, but being informed of the main ways that affect it will help protect them from these things. The harmful effects on mental health. The increased rates of anxiety and depression. Frequent screen time can overstimulate and hyper-arouse the developing child's brain, effectively short-circuiting the frontal lobe. Rising rates of depression and anxiety in children are complexly correlated with excessive screen time because of the 24/7 availability of screens and social media. Children have fewer opportunities to take a mental break from society and for their mind to have rest and quiet. Kids have less time to think, to process, and to reflect. This can also cause body image and self-esteem issues. Excessive screen use can also decrease time for activities that build confidence and limit them to just what they see on the internet. This leads to constant comparison. Children and teens are exposed to hundreds of images daily, including those of celebrities and peers, and they often compare their own appearance to these seemingly perfect images. The Ballard Brief study says that the study concluded that excessive social media usage is strongly associated with body image distortion and unhealthy weight control behavior in adolescents, and recommend that adolescents reduce their amount of the time on screens in general and increase media literacy to assist with healthy body awareness. Exposing young kids to unrealistic and digitally altered images that promote unattainable beauty standards, leading to negative self-comparison, body dissatisfaction, and lower self-worth. This can also reduce physical activity. Children ages 2 to 5 spend at least 2 hours a day watching their screens, like movies or TV. Children ages 5 to 8 spend 6 hours per day. And lastly, tweens ages 8 to 12 spend up to 9 hours on screens a day, watching YouTube or TikTok. This limits the amount of time that kids spend playing outside or engaging in physical activities. And after so many hours of screen time, they will tend to prefer to stay inside and watch YouTube, rather than going outside in their free time. This can lead to obesity, decrease in health, or anxiety and depression. Disturbs in physical and social development. Excessive screen time can cause delays in social and language skills. Using too much screen time at a young age can cause delays in learning socially, and a child's language skills could be damaged. Children will spend too much time engaging with the TV rather than their parents or other kids, damaging their social skills. Children of a younger age especially have defects regarding their language skills, not learning how to speak due to watching screens all day, and not being able to learn facial expressions or conversation skills. A recent study in the Journal of American Medical Association Pediatrics edition reported that more screen time in 1-year-old children was associated with developmental delays in communication and problem solving at ages 2 to 4 years. Those delays are specifically found in fine motor skills and personal and social skills. It also correlated with communication delays, and it shows that there are basically a dose response in delays, meaning that the more a toddler was exposed to screen time, the more likely they were to have developmental delays. Shortened attention spans. While using iPads and other electronic devices, most kids get addicted to the dopamine that it releases in their brains, constantly searching for something more interesting for them. Even many pediatric clinicians attribute excessive screen time and inadequate outdoor time to rising rates of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and even oppositional deficit disorder, ODD. The developing child's brain gets wired to crave constant stimulation, and the child has difficulty coping when the stimulation is withheld. Can cause behavioral problems. This can also cause many behavioral issues for children. They can get irritable when not having screen time, but this can negatively impact their health and also their relationship with others, like parents, teachers, and others who are just trying to help. This can also occur in older children or teenagers, seeing Most would become angry when having their phones or other devices taken away because of their lack of exposure. Sleep interference. The excessive amount of exposure can also cause sleep interference in children. Some children are even allowed technology to use before bed, which is associated with less sleep, worse sleep quality, and more fatigue the next day. MCHC Health Center says, exposure to the blue light from screens can disrupt the circadian, which is the natural day/night rhythm, by getting away from the normal production of melatonin. This lack of sleep could also be due to seeing something scary or provocative to a child, causing them not being able to sleep because of being terrified. Exposure to harmful and age-inappropriate content. Inappropriate and extreme content. Children can be exposed to violence or aggression. Children watching videos of people playing violent video games or movies could scare a child or potentially influence them to think that violence is okay. The sexual content. It is known that sexual content is easy to find on the internet. The last thing that we need is children stumbling upon pesky websites like so. It can be harmful for a child's mind and not something that a child should see at such a young age. The negative stereotypes. The internet and media can introduce children to negative stereotypes of people or other things. This could be bad for their social development as it could disrupt their interactions with adults or even children. The promotion of risky behaviors. YouTube Kids seems like a good alternative compared to regular YouTube. However, there are still influencers on the app that do not set good role models for young people. These influencers could do things in their videos that seem cool to kids, however, are not something that a child needs to be doing. This could also include movies and even kids' shows. These could set dangerous activities as a fun thing to do for kids, which could even get them hurt. Targeted advertising. Kids using online apps like YouTube are also more likely to experience inappropriate advertising. The University of Michigan Medicine states that of the videos children 8 and under viewed, 1 in 5 contained ads that were not age appropriate. Inappropriate ads included those with violent content, for example, ads for violent video games or movies, sexual content, for example, ads for lingerie or inappropriate animes, drugs/alcohol, or in politics for presidential candidates or political issues such as immigration. Even in age-inappropriate videos, inappropriate ads appeared 9 to 22% of the time. But they're not only targeting ads about inappropriate content, but also advertising toys and things that they know children would ask their parents to buy. Cyberbullying and online predators. The last thing that children should be subjected to on the internet is cyberbullying. Children can easily access social media, online games, or texting. On these websites, children could have verbal attacks, image-based abuse, and even trolling. They could also easily be subject to online predators through online chat rooms or even online games, too. In conclusion, you should be mindful of what you know your child can access on the internet, preventing them from harmful effects of media so it does not disturb their physical development, and to prevent your child from seeing any content that can be particularly harmful to them. So, after being informed, please think about how often you are giving your child screen time, because we all want the best for our children and we want them to have good brain development. Thank you, everyone, and here are the resources that I used in my slides, the pictures and the information.